Today we'll hear the stories of individuals who have dedicated their lives to serving others through providing direct services and supports, through program leadership and supervision, through building best practices and evaluating those practices, and for working in our administration and finance teams. They are honorable, they are compassionate, and they're living their lives in such a way as to make a difference.
In terms of looking at the awardees this year, like the ABH membership, it's more than the sum of their parts. Really our field coming together, working together to better meet the needs of individuals, to offer hope, recovery, resiliency for individuals that we serve. And when I look at the ABH membership, that's what I see. All of us collectively working together to make things better.
I sit down with so many providers and hospitals where they talk to me about how behavioral health and mental health especially is a loss for them to provide. And it is our job in the State House and across the Commonwealth to change that narrative. There is nothing losing about taking care of people with behavioral health.
We're putting about $10 million into the ESP system, but only with very clear goals that we're looking to achieve on that, and to be pretty directive about, both on the hospital side and the overall system side, what we are looking to see in an actual system of crisis care.
I've always felt that public health, we have a particular obligation to ensure that we address the needs of people in vulnerable situations, and many times are unable to advocate for themselves. We know that many of the priority populations that we serve at BSAS, which are pregnant and parenting women, recently incarcerated, men of color, and the dually diagnosed folks with mental health and substance use issues, are our priority, and we need to ensure that they receive better and more integrated care. Those efforts start with you and our service providers. You are the unsung people doing the hero's work on the front lines day in and day out, ensuring that those who are often unable to speak for themselves adequately have a voice, have a chance, and have a pathway.
This is what describes you, all of you who are being honored here today. You refuse to accept the status quo. You apply your passion to finding better ways to reach all of the individuals who are so in need of excellent behavioral health. You reach out for partnerships to do your work. We thank you, not just today when you're being specially honored, but each and every day. Because here's what you show us. You show us that treatment can work, that healing can happen, and perhaps the greatest contribution we can all bring is to continue applying the art of the possible.
So congratulations on your achievements. Thank you all for your commitment in supporting recovery, resilience, and empowerment for individuals with behavioral health conditions. I'm happy to be here with you.
So earlier, Commissioner Makula acknowledged the heart and soul of this dedicated workforce. And it is with great honor that I want to highlight the heart and soul of Lindsay. She has been instrumental in a number of leadership projects over the last number of years, including co-locating a health clinic on the campus of a behavioral health hospital, implementing First Steps Together, a program that's designed to work with women who are pregnant and postnatal who have opioid use disorders. She's led recovery coach efforts, she's led case management efforts, and throughout all of those things, one of the things that stands out uniquely for Lindsay is that she erases the line between us and them. And she's always creating systems that both serve the individual as well as make that experience good for the staff. And in this era where we have such a staff retention problem, it is Lindsay's leadership with her compassion and her integrity that really allow our teams to shine. And for that, I thank her. We often have conversations where we try to use analogies to describe what happens in our work on any given day. And oftentimes they rely on sports as the background. And if anybody knows me, they know that that's a really dangerous place to tread because I'm not a sports person. And we one day had a conversation about the value of a shortstop. And so I had to do a little research because I don't really know the value of a shortstop. But what I stumbled across was an amazing play that happened in the early 20th century called Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Does anybody know about this? Nobody raises their hand, so it's not just me. Somebody did? Well, the value of a shortstop is that when they catch that ball, they know exactly what to do with it, and they know how to manage all of the bases, and that is truly Lindsay's gift. I can have all kinds of ideas, and I can say, hey, let's do this, and out goes the ball, and Lindsay catches it, and she looks at it, and she figures out how to communicate it to the people that need to do the work. She throws it to them, and they catch it, and then she teaches and coaches them all the way to the end. So thank you, Lindsay.
I was really inspired today. It is such a gift to just be in a room with your colleagues and to feel connected to something bigger. I think in the days we can feel pretty isolated and it can be exhausting and sometimes feel like an uphill struggle. I'm very excited about the redesign project that's coming. I can't wait to hear more about that. Anyway, I'm going to focus. In my 10 years at CHD, I have been gifted with many mentors and supervisors who have been very patient with me and my big, persistent ideas. And some of those supervisors have created positions for me and created opportunities, and those gifts have been what have allowed me to stand before you today and to join you at this leadership table. I think it's an exciting time as we get to be creative thinkers and turning systems upside down, and it's mostly kind of fun right now because we just get to start some things over. I say mostly, of course. There's plenty of days where we're knocking our heads around, but in all seriousness, when I heard about this nomination and subsequently the award, I was really humbled and overwhelmed, actually. And it caused me to reflect upon, like, what does this leadership business mean to me? And what I can say and really mean, I won't give you the whole essay, I could, but I'll save you the whole essay and say that it's a privilege. And I think with all privileges, we have to handle them thoughtfully. And I think that's a responsibility we all share, is to handle the responsibility of this work and this privilege take it very seriously. And that's something that I do. So I turn to all of my colleagues, to all of you, and especially to Catherine, and I say to thank you for allowing me this space at the table to do this work with you, and I really look forward to a future event when I can be on the other side of the presentation process. So thank you.